Y al día de hoy te quiero decir why romanticizing your life is actually part of dismantling Calladita culture. Your life gets to be beautiful, even in the ordinary, even when the world is falling apart. And I think it's important for us to acknowledge that both realities can exist. Romanticizing your life, we could say, is an act of resistance. It's saying, yo merezco una vida bonita, una vida con paz, una vida llena de cosas que se sienten bien rico.
Sabrosura pa' ti que.
Hola, bienvenidos, bienvenidas, bienvenides a Café con Pam, the bilingual podcast that shares our stories unmuted y sin censura. Yo soy Pam Covarrubias y el día de hoy we're going to talk about something soft, something sacred, something a lot of us were actually taught to roll our eyes at, and you probably will roll your eyes at this as you hear me, but like humor me, stick around. The theme of today is romanticizing your life. Yep, I said it. And no, this is not about aesthetic candles, a super aesthetic, beautiful room. It's actually about reclaiming your joy, your magic, and your presence. Y al día de hoy te quiero decir why romanticizing your life is actually part of dismantling Calladita culture. Primero, vamos a empezar to talk about what I mean by romanticizing, because sometimes I get some pushback there. Primero, it's not about pretending that life is perfect, whether it's your life or life in general, because it's not. The world is falling apart. We know this. It's actually about noticing. It's about letting the way your cafecito smells in the morning feel like poetry for 2 minutes. How long does it take for you to notice the smell and let it sink in without taking it for granted? It's about putting music while you fold laundry and letting yourself dance. It's about remembering that you're not a machine. You're a living, breathing, feeling human being, and your life gets to be beautiful, even in the ordinary, even when the world is falling apart. And I think it's important for us to acknowledge that both realities can exist. Calladita culture taught us to shrink, to be useful, not radiant, to survive, not savor. Our inner niñas were often told, don't be so sensitive, don't be dramatic, don't take up too much space. So we stopped celebrating those little moments. We stopped being amazed by our own aliveness. However, romanticizing your life, we could say, is an act of resistance. It's saying, yo merezco una vida bonita, una vida con paz, una vida llena de cosas que se sienten bien rico. I deserve to exist in delicious moments, dramatic moments, exuberant moments, and momentos exuberantes, dramáticos, deliciosos. Y un verano con self-love is all about that. This summer, I want to invite you to Un Verano con Self-Love, a journey of reclaiming your softness, your sacredness, and your main character energy. We're going to do this through love stories. And we're going to talk about boundaries, we're going to do tapping, but also we are going to bring color back to the parts of you that have been living in grayscale. Pero puedes empezar hoy. We're going to start today. So your invitation is to think about, metaphorically or actually, light a candle for yourself tonight. Take the scenic route. I always take the scenic route. I started thinking about this and I'm like, you know what? I love taking the scenic route, and I love doing so because I literally take myself into this romantic just story when I do. Give yourself permission to pause, take a breath, and literally say out loud, wow, when you see a sunset. Every sunset is different. And so, what if you allow yourself the 1 or 2 minutes every night to just witness the sunset? When was the last time you did that? So, yeah, we're going to romanticize our life because it belongs to us. You romanticize your life because it belongs to you, because you were never meant to survive. Our parents did it. We've been doing it for a long time. Y es hora de recordar that every time we let joy in, every teeny tiny bit, 10 minutes, 5 seconds, whatever it is, this is your way of unlearning Calladita culture.
We all know this. Talking about money is not always the most comfortable. Pero our friends from Savvy Ladies make it easier. And now en español. You don't have to feel the pressure to translate for your mamá or your tías because Savvy Ladies has their whole site en nuestro idioma. Y ahora they can easily access their free resources like talleres, clases y mi favorita es la línea gratis para enviar preguntas. Their free financial helpline en donde puedes conectar with a trusted financial expert. Whether you need financial guidance in English or in Espanol, Savvy Ladies is here to support you. Visit savvyladies.org, that is SAVVYLADIES.org, para empezar your financial freedom.
You know what's frustrating? Losing your wallet. And you know sometimes what's even more painful? Realizing your almost full punch card from your favorite cafecito spot is now gone. But at least, even when your cafecito points have vanished, at BMO, if you lose your debit card, they'll print you a new one instantly at a local branch. Plus, you can use your phone to freeze your debit card to prevent any unauthorized transactions. Learn more at bmo.com. Conditions apply. Accounts provided in the United States by BMO Bank and a member FDIC. So, if you're ready to be the main character in your own story, stay close. You can get on the waiting list veranoconselflove.com. We're going to have this in the show notes. Y bueno, ahí nos vemos. Pero I'm going to give you 10 ways. This is your homework after this episode. 10 ways to romanticize your life. And you can start today, and I would love it. I was actually quite excited to share this episode because I would love to get screenshots, comments, like however you want to tell me that you did it. Número uno, you want to live your life one day, one morning, 1 hour, like it's a novela. We all grew up with novelas. You choose 1 day, 1 hour, 1 month. You pretend to be the main character. Y esto es en todo. O sea, you wash dishes like you are in a dramatic music video. You walk to the store like you're escaping a scandal. Extra, siempre. I've done it before and it's so fun. Número dos, you make a cafecito ritual. This, I have a ritual in the mornings, and I call it a ritual not because it's trendy to have a morning routine. It's because I genuinely believe the power of ritualizing my cup. In my case, I make café y I make cacao. Entonces, like there's a whole process where every moment, every act, every action that I take, it's very intentional. Pick your favorite mug, breathe in the aroma, declare your intention for the coffee. What do you want the coffee to do to you, or your morning tea, or your even your water? There's studies that show that when you talk, like water has memory. Think of you literally declaring, scripting, voicing out a love letter to yourself. And of course, bonus points if you play music in the background and you like totally have your morning ritual like with background music. Oh my gosh, let's go. Número tres, leave a message to your inner niña. This could be a voice note. This could be a little post-it. I have a ton. I'm not going to like pull my camera and show you, but I have a lot of messages for my inner niña. And they could be loving. They could be tender. They could be caring, however you think she needs to hear you. Hola, mi amor, I just wanted to check in. How are we feeling today? Hola, mi reinita, ¿cómo estás? Hoy te ves beautiful. Put it in your mirrors, whatever comes up for you. And it will feel silly. I know, some of you listening to this, you're rolling your eyes like, ay, está ridícula. But then it feels like this tender and sacred moment for you and you. Número cuatro, we're going to celebrate the wins like they are awards. Simple wins, everyone. If you got out of bed on a hard day, if you got out of bed before checking your phone, si te hiciste desayuno completito, if you didn't skip breakfast, you celebrate that like it was an actual win. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Me lo merezco. I'm wearing red lipstick today. I'm putting my hoops on. I'm wearing my favorite sneakers. Whatever that is, however you want to reward yourself for doing the thing, it's an award for you. It's an award day for you. You don't have to wait for the special day to come. Today's the special day. Número cinco, romanticize your chores. Mira, a mí me choca guardar la ropa. I don't like putting clothes away after laundry. And I literally have to romanticize it. Put on the playlist that makes you feel like you are on a montage. You want to fold your clothes like you're preparing a gift for your future self. In my case, porque a mí no me gusta guardar la ropa, that's what I romanticize. If for you is like doing the dishes, listen, whatever is for you. If you're like, I don't need to romanticize my chores because they're already romantic, it's like I love doing it, lovely. You choose. Número seis, take yourself on a solo date. And a solo date doesn't have to be elaborate. It doesn't have to be complicated. You don't have to plan it for months. Cualquier día, hoy. Walk to the park, grab some snacks, bring a book. That's your solo date. Sit in a coffee shop and watch people. That's one of my favorite things. If you want the pro tip, you bring like your computer or whatever it is and you pretend that you're like thinking, kind of typing, but kind of thinking, but you're actually people watching. It's the best. Go to the museum and pretend in your city. A lot of in San Diego, for example, we have local museum days where every Tuesday, I believe, there is a museum that is free if you have a San Diego address. And so you just need your ID. You need to find the museum that's this Tuesday, and then you go and explore your own city. And so a lot of times you don't need to spend extra money to take yourself on a solo date and pretend like maybe you are in a museum in a different country, or just let art move you. Museums are a really beautiful place to romanticize your life because you can literally create whatever story you want. Número siete. This is one of my favorites. Keep a beauty in the ordinary journal. I use my phone for this because I like to take pictures. If you have an iPhone, I don't know if other phones do this, but if you have an iPhone, you can actually journal them. And there's the journal feature that if you take a picture, then the journal will come to you at the end of the day and be like, would you like to journal about this? And so it's a beauty in the ordinary. It's one of my favorite things to do. This is why I use Be Real, the app. I don't have any friends on Be Real. This is for me. This is literally my romanticizing task of the day is to take my Be Real picture, and it's ordinary things. Today, I saw a dog in sunglasses, so I took a picture. Today, the wind felt like a hug, so I took a picture of the trees moving. You want to collect joy like they are souvenirs that come to you at the most unexpected moments. All of this is very silly, and I know some of you are thinking, what are you on? I'm not on anything. I'm on life. Número ocho, dress for the version of you're becoming. So this is not for the errands, not for the Zoom call, but for her, for the highest version of you, for the radiant version of you, for the soft version of you, for the playful you. Different versions of you. It doesn't have to be like, oh, this is my millionaire self. No. What version of you do you want to dress for today? Today, I am dressed for my comfy self. This is a sweater that sometimes I look myself in and I'm like, do I look frumpy? But you know what? It feels really good. It's like this really soft material. And I love wearing it because I'm like, this is my comfy self. And I'm wearing a shirt that I would wear to a networking event because I had calls and I'm recording this for you. And the soft self of me came through and was like, you know what? You want to show up for the comfort today. Sometimes it's earrings. Many times for me, it's my glasses. What version of me? What kind of glasses am I wearing today? Sometimes it could be even the perfume or the lotion you choose today. How are you going to choose for that version of you? And always think about it. When you start living your life this way, it's almost like you can actually remember the days because I'm sure a lot of you can literally get to Friday and be like, what just happened? Well, if you just like take little tiny moments to create that romance in your life, then you'll be able to remember the moments that you chose to remember. Número 9. Create a movie soundtrack playlist. I have so many playlists, like literally so many. You can select the playlist with or build the playlist with songs that match your energy. So you can build a playlist for walking, for crying, for dreaming, for healing. I have an inner child playlist and I share these with you. So if you're interested, happy to share. So I have an inner child playlist. I have a playlist to tap because I tap about it with music. I have a dancing playlist for sure. I have a dreaming playlist. I don't know if that one's public, but let your life have a running playlist. Why not? Y número 10, háblate con amor. Give yourself permission to remove the harsh inner monologues. Literally, nobody will hear you. O sea, esto es como que contigo, contigo. O sea, tú y contigo. Next time you get dressed, literally look at yourself in the mirror. Maybe you left that little note to your inner niña, pero también, maybe you can look at yourself and be like, mira qué chula estás hoy. Mira nomás, your hair did what you wanted today. Or today you sent that email, well done. Challenge your thoughts, challenge that inner monologue, challenge your inner mean voice, and name your inner mean voice. That's kind of like a bonus thing. Because I truly believe that your words do shape your world. And so those are the 10 things that I can give you to romanticize your life. And I share this because as we continue to exist in a world that's falling apart, in a world that literally our existence is questioned, where genocide is happening, children are dying, all of that is very real. And when we give ourselves the regalito, the 5 minutos of romance in our life, that is replenishment. That is the resistance that we can give ourselves. And that gives us the energy to pick ourselves back up. And once we do, then llegamos con más ganas, con más fuerza to create the impact that we actually want to create. And it allows us to leave the world a better place. If I didn't romanticize my life, I wouldn't be able to show up for you or for my clients. I hope you give yourself permission to this. And I'm really curious to see how many of you will give yourself permission to do this and actually do it and then tag me and tell me how it went. Just how did you feel? It could be ridiculous at first. I give my clients this type of homework all the time. And they literally, you have no idea how many eye rolls I've received in my coaching career. So many, because people are like, oh my gosh, you're kind of ridiculous. Yes. But then it becomes a sacred practice that is from you for you. Espero te haya servido. Let's stay connected at Café con Pan Podcast on all the places and spaces, cafeconpan.com. Check out the episode notes, leave us comments, ratings, reviews. All of that helps a ton. Please and thank you. I hope this is useful. If it is, please do share with someone you love. If you think it's ridiculous, probably you do. Amazing. I challenge you to give yourself permission to romanticize your life and then tell me how it goes. Bueno, como siempre, Stay shining.
Sabrosura pa' ti que